Oh, back to the live. Welcome back. Sabayo Shabab. Today, 11, the real day 11. Yesterday was the fake day 11, but today's the real one, I
We have a
think.
special guest today, DJ Khaled in the back.
He's just there. We the best. Is he
We the
fasting?
best.
Is he fast Ramadan?
I have no clue, bro.
I think it'll be good for him, honestly.
You reckon, bro?
You know the best thing about DJ Khaled is a while ago he was sponsored by Weight Watchers. I remember this.
Oh,
And
bro.
then
There was the best part when they asked him about an interview. He's like, yeah, I do some cardio here, just to keep like stay healthy, whatever. And then like someone asked me like, why don't you lose weight? He's like, because I don't lose. I always win.
that's a guy. I wish I had that kind of confidence. I really wish I was that
What
confident
a
in myself.
character.
He's the man. I love him.
He's an
He's
interesting guy. I'll tell you that much.
he's a Palestinian brother, bro.
Yeah,
He's got the
Khaled.
maghluba. He got that maghluba.
Lukhia, you got that lukhia. Where's the chanafa at?
Where's the where's the luchia? You got that luchia.
What a
But
character.
when you get off that private jet, brother, I want you to be yelling at me.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Where's the luchia? That's the only way to do it. Ah, but I was watching a video yesterday. Actually, it came in a series of videos that came because when you watch one video the full duration on TikTok,
Yeah.
you will get similar videos right afterwards.
hmm
And it was a video of somewhere in America
Yeah.
outside outside of this one place. It's like it's takeaway place, and the place had a queue. It was obviously after Taraweeh because there was purely only Muslims there, and you can tell who
Okay.
the Muslims are. I think you know who the
They
Muslims
got some
are.
Scullies on.
Like they had none of the guys had Scullies on, not like the Scully I'm going to give you tomorrow. Uh, but there was a whole lot of Muslims there, and it was a queue outside of the door, and I thought it was quite a nice thing to see. People as groups of friends just sitting there talking to each other.
Okay.
I don't know about any of the how the groups were composed, you could say, whether it was men and women. I wasn't paying attention to these details. I don't think it really matters that much.
hmm
It seemed like a pretty respectful environment. Didn't seem there was much debauchery going on at all. It seemed very muhtaram, especially after Taraweeh.
Okay.
And it was a bit later, and people were eating, and the comments I was reading were just like, "Oh, nas akhir zaman, we're at the end now. Oh my god, free mixing," and
What?
yeah, it was really so. There's a lot of negative towards it now. Wherever someone's stance lies with men and women should not mix, whatever, that's a complete different point I don't even want to get into because it's a pointless. It's you're never going to change anyone's mind, and I'm not going to give an opinion about it because it's a stupid opinion to have, and
Yeah.
I don't really care. It's not my point I'm trying to make here. The point I'm trying to make is this was obviously, from what I could tell from just seeing this 4 or 5 different TikToks in different angles, this obviously seemed like a very family friendly event. There didn't seem like a lot of things. People were just finishing their prayer and they were going to the
So what you're saying is
seemingly.
there weren't people like popping bottles, like
Oh
people
yeah,
half naked, like shit like
fucking
that.
squats and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
No, no,
yeah.
none of that, bro. No, nothing
Okay.
like that. So it
So it's
just
just
seemed.
people basically sitting at a cafe or coffee shop or whatever.
So there's a bunch of people standing outside, and they were all young people. They're all, I'd say, 18 to 30 in that
Okay.
range. And
Young
the place,
adults.
young adults, they're all just staying there, all just standing there, just talking, ordering food, and people are just running these people down. Now, it's obvious they finished Tarawih because you're not going to get any gathering that big without them coming from Tarawih. And it could be possible. Like, it could be
Was it
that
was
they
it
only
like
had.
in like where was it? Like where was the setting? Like was it
It
an
was
Arab
in.
country? Where was it?
It was in Anaheim.
Oh, okay. So
So
Orange
it
County.
seemed. Is that in California? So,
Yeah.
people were all just standing there, just talking. They're eating food in this one restaurant. seemed very respectful, seemed, not
Yeah.
nothing wrong going on. And I think people were so mad about something because they are starting to add their assumptions onto these people that were not even true. The
Yeah.
TikTok shiuch, they were
Yeah, yeah.
adding these assumptions. Oh, yeah, they probably didn't even go to. This is one guy commented, they didn't even go to Taraweeh. Like, could you imagine you saying that
You must lead
about
like
these
such a
people?
sad life, bro.
100%. Well, not
Like
even
that
just you
person
living a
must lead
sad
such a
life.
like a miserable life.
You must be really, really, really miserable. And also, could you imagine if these people actually did go to Taraweeh? Could you imagine?
Irrespective of the fact, like I don't get why that person is so upset about people, like whether they're ordering food or chatting outside. Like, are you telling me you can't just like go outside the mosque and chat with people?
Oh, there were obviously all groups of friends just sitting talking. It seemed very legitimate, very respectful. You don't look at
Does he
this
think like
way.
people were like clout chasing like at this place, bro?
They were just people. They were just people being friends, and people just want to be around groups of people their same age, and it became a ritual. So you already have an issue with young people getting them into, especially younger people, getting them to go to the masjid.
Yeah,
This
hundred
is an
percent.
incentive for them. I'll go to the masjid and I'll see all my friends afterwards. And you can only go
Yeah,
to this kind of gathering if you say the whole Taraweeh. So, obviously
I don't see
that's not the point.
anything negative in the situation in the slightest.
No, I don't know. I don't either. And some people say, "Oh, they had, they're imposing their opinions about this gathering, and it was all negative opinions." But they weren't seeing the clear pro that they were all together, they were all talking to each other, they were all, you know, there was nothing inappropriate. There's no inappropriate interactions. You couldn't see anything clearly from there. Now, obviously, I don't know. I wasn't there standing. Listening to, they could all be talking about like drugs and prostitutes. I don't know. Like, I don't. But I don't
I
think.
highly doubt it. I
I
highly doubt
highly doubt it.
they're all dressed like they came from the mosque and
100%.
decided to go chat it up about like hookers and crack.
Yeah, they just weren't. It didn't give me that feeling that that's what they were talking about. And you get back to this guy's point. Could you imagine if these people all went to Taraweeh and then you made this assumption, you made a public assumption about someone, uh, Islamically, you're literally slandering these people publicly, saying these people didn't go to Taraweeh probably.
Yeah. So you're
So could you
judging them when you have no right to judge in the first place.
honestly, it's not even so much judgment. It is, you are saying, you're implicating these people of something they haven't done, which is not true. Now,
Yeah.
Islamically, that has its own has its own punishment between you and God. That has its own thing there. But you are going out there and you can sit there, have an opinion about that video, and just think, "Oh my God, they probably didn't go to Taraweeh." No, you went out of your way to put a comment on a video that you cannot even assume. You don't even have the details for it. You don't even
Yeah.
know what happened, and you're sitting there and saying, "Oh, these people didn't do this." So, I think I'd be very, very careful on how I would comment on these sort of things, especially, and it's a very, very common theme I'm finding on a lot of these, especially TikTok shiuch who will go, and even maybe these people have good intentions. Maybe they do have a good intention. They're not there. They just want to push people to positive, but the method. Ever heard that saying that the pathway to hell is paved with good intentions?
Yeah.
Exactly this. You are doing an overall negative, but your heart's in the right place, and that's exactly what is happening.
I'm well, I'm just gonna go ahead and be like that same guy that's a keyboard warrior and make like my assumption is that he did not have good intentions in the first place.
Was that the thing, bro? I think people are especially about other Muslims now, and in general, everyone is always assuming the worst about everybody. And if at any point in time you're not supposed to assume the worst of people,
Yeah.
I would say Ramadan is a pretty good time to start that.
100%. Especially like publicly like if you have an opinion on the matter, bro, keep it to yourself. Like you don't why are you keyboard warring?
100%. If you have a, and you know what's even better than having that opinion. And the best part, I actually saw a video of another young guy, and he's young, so he was like 18, 20, probably 18 to 20 in that range, uh, who was actually filming it, and he's like, "Man, we're really at the end of times now." Now
He
my
was filming
purpose,
it.
he was filming it, so
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 he's
can
like,
you
we're at
just
the end of times because like it's a mixed group of people outside this food place.
yeah. So could you imagine? So my first thing there, if you have that
That's what he
opinion,
thinks is like a sign of the end of times.
people getting food at night, yeah.
A mixed group of people.
It was a lot of people. There's maybe like 50 groups.
Yeah, and like it's that's the sign of end of times. People getting food at night.
That's his sign, bro. And keep in
Wow.
mind, half like 90% of these people, they just came from the mosque. You
Yeah,
could
yeah. I'm
tell
sure those
there's
signs are definitely like in the Quran, bro.
yeah, I don't know. Well, we don't want to go there,
When
but
50
that
groups
far.
of people in Anaheim collect and go to eat food together.
What my first thought was
Yeah,
he's
Juju
saying,
Ma'juj are coming.
well, they are, but like
No, I'm saying that's
regardless.
one of the signs, bro.
Oh, it's on that level. You're
It's a
saying, yeah.
precursor. Yeah, it's a precursor.
Well, what I'm trying to say for this guy, very particular case, is he feels this way. Why are you there in the first place? If you
Yeah,
feel it
100%.
bad, or do you have a double standard perhaps where it's okay for you but not okay for these other groups of people? Because you get that feeling with him. The way he put that comment out was, yeah, it's actually I'm okay to be here, but if there's a group of girls out there. And among other girls, this is completely inappropriate for them directly after Salah. And again, you are making this comment. You have no idea of the circumstance of anything. You're looking at this group of people, and based on a 4 seconds of standing there, you're making all these assumptions.
Yeah, ridiculous. I'll tell you that much.
It's in complete antithesis to what people what or how you're supposed to act. You know, you're supposed to be very very cautious on how you give an opinion on a lot of these things because let's just say for example, let's take
That's
a
like
very
him, for example, seeing us, like me, you, your wife, my sisters, whatever, out and be like, signs of end of times.
end of time. Well, okay, remove. Okay, even take this, remove me and my wife. Okay,
Yeah, me out with my
imagine
sisters.
you out with your sisters and he doesn't know you, he doesn't know your sisters,
Yeah, yeah. He's just gonna take a
and he
video from a distance.
yeah, end of times, look at this guy,
Jahannam wa
he's
bi'sal
there,
masir.
yeah, he's waiting for you. Can you imagine that? And he has no idea who you are and you're with your sisters. Could you
Yeah,
imagine?
wild.
Could you imagine how slow you'd have to be to really jump to that conclusion? And
Oh,
he was
100%.
just waiting, and the warriors are just sitting there like waiting to prance on these all these random people. Why are you filming them? Why are you naming and
100%.
shaming them? Why are you even
It's like you
don't
said, why
film?
are you even there?
Yeah, leave.
Oh, خلاص, you finished prayer,
Leave.
bro. Go home.
Huh? Well, we don't even know. Did he even go to prayer?
What do you even like? But like my only like point of view is, what are you shaming them for? Like, it's not like you saw a bunch of people like go to the mosque, leave, like, and then go hit the strip club, bro.
They're
You
literally
know what
going
I
to
mean?
get them to eat. They're literally leaving to eat something after.
Yeah,
That's all it
like
was.
it, like
They're literally
I
going to
don't
eat
get
something.
it.
They're literally standing out, and he's like, "Oh, this place is now. This is the new catch-up spot, flirting." And bro, it's literally after Tarawih. They're going to get some food, and you can tell the way this guy's talking. You know how he's talking about flirting, right? This guy
Yeah.
probably assumed this girl like he probably assumed he's standing in line. A girl stands behind him in line to order some food. Oh yeah, yeah. She
She
wants
probably
it.
was like, "Hey, is this the line? La hawla wa la quwwata illa
Oh
billah.
my
I
god.
have to leave now."
Excuse me, sister. I'm not interested. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my
100%.
god, bro.
You get ashkal like this. I think if you have an
And it's like
opinion,
you're living
especially
in the U.S. too. Like, you're not like you're not living it like under a rock. You know what I mean?
you know what's even crazier is that here you wouldn't, and very conservative here. Here you get groups of people, and everyone you have 50 groups of people, and nobody's in anybody's business here.
Not at all. Never.
You could go anywhere, any place, anyhow, with an exception of certain, no, I'd say everywhere. There is certain areas for younger teenagers that,
Yeah,
way
but that's
younger
like in
than us.
any that's in any place. Like you'll have
Yeah,
like the kids that hang out, for example, like in Auckland outside like Sky City, like the movie theater and stuff like that. Here
yeah,
you'll
it's
have them at like the
the
Pearl
other
outside the
cinemas.
cinema and
But
whatever.
you
Like
know,
there's certain hangout spots for like teenagers that are like 15, 16, bro.
yeah. What's up with teenagers hanging outside of cinemas? By the way, why are cinemas
I don't
the?
know. I think it's because I think that's like a thing to do. Like when you're a teenager, like where are you gonna go? You're gonna go to a restaurant, cafe, movies.
Yeah, but why specifically the cinema?
No idea.
We should get your sister on. I think we need to ask her these questions
You could ask her. That
because
was her hangout spot,
yeah, I know she's hanging out the metro station. Remember, were you taking her? I'm gonna pick her up from the metro station.
right?
Can you imagine? Just take her to the bus station, bro. Take her to that 80 bus station, bro. That's the one.
Oh, where are you picking? I'm picking her up from Shannon, bro.
Shit,
She was in the Pearl. Like, she took the metro.
Central. Is there a metro from to the Pearl?
No, it takes you to. I think you can go to Katara, and there's a bus that takes you to the Pearl.
It's a feeder bus, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Are they synchronized or is there a lag between them? I feel like they should be synchronized.
No, I think they're pretty synchronized. Like, I think there's pretty like they're pretty good. They're pretty like scheduled pretty well here.
You know my favorite thing about Auckland transport buses when I used to take the bus to school
Yeah.
is so we had the range. So I used to catch the 7 a.m. bus to get to
Mm-hmm.
work school at 7:30, right?
You
So
missed the bus.
so I'm telling you the 7 a.m. bus better. So I'll tell you like the experiences. So the 7 a.m. bus could come at 6:50, still
Yeah.
7 a.m. bus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He also could come at 7:15.
Yeah.
Okay. Sometimes he would come at 7 and then just drive straight past you. No,
Later,
no right
Custer.
there. No,
Woo.
I remember I saw my bus at 6:35 or something like that,
Yeah.
and he just peels straight past me.
Did he expect you to like wave him down?
Oh, I don't know. It's the same guy. The guy really didn't like to be a bus driver. You could tell this was not his. Being a bus driver wasn't his career choice when he was 12 years old. I can
I
tell you
don't think a
that
lot of
much for
people's
sure.
career choice is being a bus driver. To be fair,
Well, if you like buses, and maybe it would be. I don't know. I don't know what
I,
he
I don't
wanted, but
think I don't think there's a very niche market for bus drivers. What do you
I
aspire
th-
to be, little John? A bus driver.
I think I don't know. It's if you like
I
interacting
really
with
want that
people.
minimum wage job.
I think it's more than minimum wage, by the way. It's actually doesn't pay bad. It's not awful pay. And I don't think it's that intensive a job, although you do have to drive 200 souls around narrow streets of Auckland with
All
on
day
and off
long.
bus lanes. With on and off bus lanes as well. That's the worst
Yeah,
part.
and during traffic.
Yeah, so you have a job where your job is to sit in traffic all day.
It was great for them when they were driving to the shore because they had that whole lane like to themselves. Like they had a whole bridge to themselves.
If I was the shore bus driver, you know how you have that separate lane? If I was a
Yeah.
shore bus driver, I would literally I want people to look at him like, "Oh my god, we're in that guy's bus. He's the guy who does 160 over that bridge." Yeah. Oh my god,
He's like side wheeling.
is that Keanu Reeves from Speed? I would cane it across that bridge. And then because there's no radars there. There's just
Yeah.
GPS, and it's whose word you're going to believe, my word or the GPS of the computer. You know? Oh, dude, everyone's doing that bridge in 12 minutes. You're doing it in four flat. No idea,
I
man.
think probably the GPS at the
As,
computer, bro.
as
I don't think
I'm,
they're gonna be lying.
I'm looking at I'm like, excuse me?
Hey, on
Could
our
be a
central
lie.
system, we just realized you were driving 200 over the bridge.
I don't think this old boy can
There
do
was a bomb on
200.
board. There was a bomb on
There
board.
was a minimum speed. We cannot exceed speed.
You guys didn't see the
Oh,
sign? It was right there.
by the way, if Speed was in Auckland, the movie would be about 4 minutes. Hey, so you can't go under 88 kilometers an hour. No dramas, bro. No one's ever getting to 88. The buses don't even go that fast, first of all.
I
With
think he'd
60
get pulled
miles,
over. I think he'd get pulled over before anything, bro.
they'd
In
be,
Auckland, you're
look,
driving off 50 limit times, a 50 limit speed zone. Off 55. Up, pull over, mate. Pull over.
yeah, what are you doing? You're trying to kill everyone here. Auckland's the best, though. They're always trying
I
to convince
can't
people that
imagine
speed
driving
is,
50 anymore.
oh, I'd blow my brains out, man. It's too slow. always try to convince you that 50 is actually too is is it's safe. Anything past 50 is obviously you want to murder families. But the issues aren't that. Maybe the issue is people are like plastered drunk at 3 p.m. on a Friday.
And
That's
just
you
gonna
might
tumble onto the road.
I don't know. Like that could be an issue. Also, another issue I could see as well is your bus lanes that seem to be that turn two lanes of smooth traffic into one lane of absolute bullshit. I know that could
Yeah,
also be an issue
100%.
for fatalities. And instead of building any sort of decent infrastructure, we will spend the instead of spending 100 million on a bridge overpass or flyover something like that, New Zealand will do a 30 million feasibility study, then build nothing. That's the Kiwi way,
They'll be
man.
like, "Oh, it's not gonna work out, mate."
Yeah, it's just too
Were they
much,
talking about
honestly.
building like a tunnel, like from Auckland to the shore, like for the past like 15 years, bro?
So you're saying 15 years. It's more like 30 years they've been discussing this tunnel. The amount of if you charge if every politician charged $100 an hour, which is by the way nothing for these meetings that they're taking,
Yeah, you
we
could
would
have
have
built
built
that tunnel by now.
shoe tunnel. We would have parallel tunnels. We'd have one tunnel going this way, one tunnel going this way. We,
You'd
and
probably start building a tunnel to go to Oz, bro.
Yeah, bro, wallah, we'd be halfway by now. This is the ridiculousness of that. We
It's just so
discuss, we discuss,
slow.
we discuss, and we don't do anything. And then what we're gonna do? Oh, I think they come up with this new proposal. We're gonna do this new bridge. We're gonna do a whole new bridge. This bridge is screwed. And then what's the solution? This bridge is completely damaged. You know what we should do to the bridge? We should add two lanes on either side, one lane on either side. Isn't the bridge screwed? Yeah, but one lane on either side. Yeah, but I'm half a structural engineer. If you add an extra lane on either side, does that not weaken structure? No, it's good. We did calculations.
No, no, we've been talking about this for the last 6 years. Don't worry, we got this.
Yeah, we've sorted this. Yeah, righto, no problem. That's why. And then they say, why do people leave? Wonder why people leave this country? Yeah, well, this traffic's not helping, bro. Traffic's not bringing anyone back.
That's true.
Well, we've reached the 20-minute mark. Thank you very much, bud. Let's play some Dota.
Yes, sir.
Chat.
Cheer, brother.